extremely well. I thought Kevin Mensah really did a nice job. I thought our offensive line did a good job. You don't usually rush for that many yards unless they're opening some holes and taking care of business. So I thought we left some points on the board in the first half, but I liked how we came back in the second half offensively and finished with touchdowns. And then, defensively, it's the same thing. We got one guy, breaking down, and then it's a big play. And that's kind of been the story of the year for us. And we had missed tackles, and we got. I thought the first half physically we got it handed to us defensively, and then I thought we at least picked it up a little bit more physically in the second half. But then what we did is we missed some assignments, on a couple of those running plays, and guy didn't get there, and we had a chance to make a tackle, and the guy that just couldn't make it. So those are all the things we got to work on. Again, special teams, we had some opportunities there to get some more points. We didn't. So all in all, when all those things occur, even though we did a lot of really good things, those things stand out to not allow us to get a win.
Were you happy after last week that the team seemed to kind of keep fighting deep into the second half?
You think I'm happy, Alex?
Were you happy with that element of the effort?
The thing about it is you want these young men to have success, but what they're doing is they're hurting themselves. Because they're making the same mistakes in some phases of the game. So it's hard to be happy when guys aren't executing and taking care of certain things. And some of them aren't, as you saw today, some of them aren't strong enough yet to do some things. So, I don't want to get into did I challenge them at halftime? Yes. Did they come out and compete more in the second half? Yes. But we're still not where we need to be, and that's something that we just got to continue to work on. And there's some things, like I said, that we'll have to continue to work on, and that'll happen in the off season for some of these young guys on defense, most especially.
Coach, SMU pulled a lot of trick plays out of their bag today, and obviously you have a former coach of yours on the other sideline. Do you feel as if Coach Lasher was trying to send a message to you guys today or something?
No, not at all. If you take a look at the plays, if guys do their job, there are no gains. Has nothing to do with that, And if you put your eyes where they belong, guys will do what they need to do. We knew that all that stuff we've seen here last year. They weren't trick plays. What it was guys not doing their job. That's why they got big plays. We gave them a couple things that they hadn't seen before, trying to utilize David's ability, and they worked for us. But very first play, if we have a young man that's doing what he's supposed to, the tight end never runs free down the middle. So it wasn't trick plays. Okay, it was guys just not doing what they were supposed to do, and they came open because they weren't disciplined enough to do what they were supposed to do within the structure of that call.
What did it mean to have Eli here today?
I'll tell you, I've been going back and forth with him. And the other morning we FaceTime, and I just can't believe the progress that he's made in such a short period of time. He's still got a long way to go. But I think, that one thing is it shows how much this UConn means to him and how much football and his teammates mean to him. For him to come down here, and I wished everybody had his demeanor, his work ethic, his passion, his heart, because we'd probably be undefeated if we had guys like that. He's lifting, he's doing running. He's doing he's trying to get back here to just be involved in school in January. And but to have him here, I know it was inspiring to me. And I hope it was inspiring to everybody else, because having seen that young man, you know, the day after, you know, it happened, and being in the hospital and seeing where he was then to where he is now, you know, it's incredible. And a lot of it is because of his drive and his want to, and you know, the doctors did a great job, but you talk about a guy that's trying to tax everything with his whole body, whole heart, you know. So it was good to see him here. It was good to have Denisha and Jemiah here, you know, because they haven't seen what we did for Jazz in the Burton complex, and for them to get back and take them through last night and have them see Jazz's pictures, team pictures up there. And, you know, his daughter Jemiah doesn't even know her dad. You know, those are things that are priceless, and you know, people don't see but understand that what family's all about, but why you do the things that you do as a coach, and that's what's important. Those relationships and those, and Donald Thomas, you know, being here and having him talk to the guys today, you know, and letting him tell his story, and then also letting them know the pride that he has in this program and how hard you have to work and how much you have to put into it if you want to be good. And we can't have enough of that history and tradition coming back and trying to, and working along with us to instill those things, you know, in these kids, because there's a lot of guys and a lot of people who've invested a lot who want to make sure that that they understand there's people supporting them and want them to do well. And you know what they got to understand, it doesn't happen overnight, that those kids just got to keep working and keep busting their tail, you know, each and every day in the weight room, in the classroom, and do all those things. And if you do that, then you put yourself in a position, you know, to win. So.
Anybody else?
For being such a young team, you guys don't commit too many penalties. Today, unfortunately, on one of the special teams, a missed field goal, somebody jumps off sides, they get a touchdown. How big a turning point was that in the game?
Well, I'll have to look at it on film. Our guys said they thought the guy moved the ball. I mean, that was shocking to me that we had that happen, because, you know, all you're supposed to do is key the ball. But again, sometimes it's guys not doing the little things right, and that's what we talk about all the time, is doing the little things. And you know, I think there were some questionable calls out there, like there are every week that I turn in. But you know, you got to play through that, but don't put yourself in a position where, you know, they can call something like that on you. But yeah, we probably had a few more. But you know, and it's interesting because this crew calls about 17 fouls a game. I don't know how many it ended up, but I get you know, I can follow and see how many. So this was a crew that usually calls a little bit more fouls than some of the crews.
Rnady, can you describe kind of the special season that David's been having? It's kind of been overshadowed by everything else that's happened.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a competitor. You know, he loves to play the game. He loves football. Wish he was more vocal. You know, I wish he'd get on guys more, you know, himself, because when you see what he does, I mean, he's given everything he has and being very productive, you know, doing it. But again, he works at it too. He's a guy that works at it, and he's a guy that has really good ability, but he takes that ability and tries to, you know, make it better. He's really had a good year, really good year, and I know that he's given us everything he can.
Coach, as you sit guys the rest of the season through the academics or whatever, it allows from other players who haven't played as much to get some time. I think Gardner made a key stop on third down.
What's that?
As you have played guys, as you have sat guys going into the end stretch of the season, it obviously allows more guys to step up against the playing time. I think one of those guys was Gardner. He made a key stop on third down on his first drive over there. any other impressions about some of these guys that you really haven't had to see a lot of playing time yet?
I don't really think there's been anybody that hasn't played, that hasn't been playing all year long that's played. I mean, I don't know who it would be. All the receivers, Ty Beals, all those guys, Keon Dixon's played, Xavier Scott's played all along. I don't know who you would be referring to, because all those guys have been playing all year long. You've been seeing them all year long. So I have no idea what you're talking about, really.
Anybody else? What are your thoughts on Marche at linebacker? Is that a position?
What's that?
Marche Terry as a linebacker, is that a position he could stay?
Yeah, we felt that coming into this game, I think, Jim, you always try to take what you have available to you and put them in a position where you can help yourself. And so we're a little bit banged up and thin at linebacker, and then taking a look at what we were going to be facing, against SMU. We felt that, and then looking at Marche's abilities, we just felt that it would be better to move him in there, and then we put Omar in it like a Sam or a nickel this week, because we kind of felt like he's better served to play on the second level rather than the third level. So again, I think there's something that, again, we're constantly evaluating our personnel, to especially defensively, to try to get these guys in the right spots moving forward, so we can get them locked in and based on their abilities, and that's why we did that. So you don't have to watch the film and take a look at it, but like I said, we got some injuries last week, and with KK not being in there, we had to look at things. We're just trying to put the guys in the spots that we think are the best for us, and where they can play and be the most productive.
All right.
Good. Thanks.